Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the old free lip. This is your young brother Taziar coming at you with another spirit through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying. And the title of this lesson will be there's only one chosen nation, which is Israel. You see, and I got a few precepts lined up, and then after I get these precepts, I'm just gonna let the spirit flow, and do the whole lesson, let the spirit flow. But I had gathered some precepts, through the spirit. Yeah, man. Because before I get into the precepts, man, it's like, and just wanted to touch on how you so-called Christians, y'all really don't have no understanding, man, when it comes to these scriptures, and you go all the way the hell off, saying that everyone and anyone could come as you are and be grafted in, and that we're all the Lord's people, whenever that's not the case. There is a specific chosen nation. There's a specific bloodline and lineage that was chosen as the Lord's people. And I'm gonna grab some precepts, to just to prove it, because that's what we do in this ministry, in this brotherhood. We not only bring out the facts, but we prove it, via the scriptures. We go by the scriptures. That's our main objective, to push out the message of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through these scriptures. Raw, no filtering, no feelings attached, no, straight raw, man, as the scriptures are supposed to be dealt with, raw, man. So Lord, and again, Lord willing, this lesson may be edifying. And first precept I'm gonna get is not Amos 3 and 3, but Amos 3 and 1 and 2. Yeah, Amos 3 and 1 and 2. I'm gonna go straight to it, and Salak. Bear with me, please. Baba Kashah. Amos Salak. Amos 3 and 1. And it says, "Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel." Read that one more time. "Hear this word that the Lord have spoken against you, O children of Israel." O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. You see? My next precept I want to get, and that's plain right there, man. That's plain right there. Next precept I want to get is Deuteronomy chapter 4. And verse 1, and then I'm going to jump down to 7 and 8. And this is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 1, and it says, "Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live, and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh of your fathers giveth you." You see? And let me jump down to 7 and 8. And it says, verse 7, "For what nation is there so great, who have Yahweh so nigh unto them, as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that have statutes and judgments so righteous, as all this law which I set before you this day?" You see, and we know that the law is not going to save us on this side. The law can't save you. It's all about the elect on this side, But in the kingdom, the law is going to be in our inward parts, man, and we're never going to go off, man. And the only nation who has these law, statutes, and commandments are who? The Israelites, man, and the Israelites only, and that's including what? The Israelite foreigners whose lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but who may be scattered among the heathen nations, man. So that's where you so-called Christians go off at when you talk about the Gentiles, man. The Gentiles are the Israelite foreigners and the Israelites who took upon the heathen customs, man. But lineage still went back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You see? But again, only the Israelites have only the Israelites have these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Only our people do. Whose lineage, all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you speckled birds, man. We are the children of Israel, man. We are, the Lord's children, man. And you need to return back and repent to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And it is a beautiful time to be alive as we see, the 1948ers kingdom being brought down, man, systematically. It's a beautiful time to be alive, man. And through the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Lord willing, from the apostles on down, the priests of the brotherhood, may myself and us, man, Lord willing, we be of that number, man, of the 144,000, man, to be found worthy, to be saved up out of here, man, before, that harsh judgment and destruction is coming upon this place. But again, man, only the Israelites have the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know why? Because it was a covenant, a blood covenant. And only the Israelites have the blood covenant with the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And let me go get that real quick. That's in my next precept coming up in Exodus. And I recall this through the spirit, man, because whenever the Day of Atonement, when Apostle Ramlab went into how that ceremony went, to make that the covenant, to not only the covenant, but to make the atonement for the nation of Israel, or our nation's sins, in that time. I remember, vividly, just remember him going exactly to Exodus chapter 24. And this is Exodus 24, chapter 24 and verse 3. And it says, "And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord have said, we will do." And who's the we? Who's the people it's talking about? It's talking about the children of Israel. It's talking about the Israelites, man. "And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord and rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel." You see, not the 12 tribes of the whole world. No, the 12 tribes of Israel. Salah. And jumping down to verse 7, and it says, "And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord have said we will do, and be obedient." Now we know, going into the scriptures that we went off. That's why we are going through the curses to this day. But through the elect, first of all through Yahushua, and then through the elect, in the kingdom, all Israel, well, through Yahushua, Salah. Let me rephrase that. Through Yahushua, all of Israel will be saved. But on this side, it's about the elect, like I said earlier. It's about the elect on this side. Oh man, Salakia. But Salakia. I spilled some water. Damn, Satan. Salakia. But yeah, like I was saying, oh man, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Bear with me, Salakia. Oh man, Salakia, brothers. Damn, spilled that damn water, man. But like I was saying, oh man, yeah, man. Now we know, we our forefathers, we went off, but through Yahushua, coming back and dying and being the ultimate atonement for Israel's sins, we no longer will have to do this ceremony that it talks about Exodus 24. And yeah, man, and in the kingdom, all of Israel will be saved. But on this side, it's all about the elect, man, because two-thirds of Israel and the rest of all the heathen nations, man, are going to get destroyed on this side, man. But in the kingdom, all of Israel will be saved, But And it says, and continuing in verse 8, and it says, and Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, behold, the blood of the covenant, which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel, and they saw Yahweh of Israel, the Most High of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were paved work of a sapphire stone, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness. You see, the power of Israel, the Most High of Israel, man, clearly showing you that there's only one nation that the Lord is dealing with, man. Clearly. You know, but another precept I got queued up is Deuteronomy 29 and verse 1, and it says, these are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. And jumping down to 13, it says that he may establish thee today for Salah, that he may establish thee today for a people unto himself, that he may be unto thee a God, a power, as he have said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, whose name was later on transformed into Israel. But it says, neither with you only do I make this covenant. No, neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath. You see, so there is no grafting in any other nations, man. If your lineage doesn't go back to Abram, Isaac, and Jacob, man, you are not an Israelite, man. And for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, man, and Hispanics, and you speckled birds, man, if your lineage goes back to Abram, Isaac, and Jacob, man, you are an Israelite, man. You need to repent and return back to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Get into these precepts, man, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. You see? But again, that's showing what? That there's only one chosen nation, and that is the nation of Israel, man. The true Israelites, man, not those imposters over there in the Holy Land, man. Those 1948ers, man. The real Israelites, man, according to the scriptures, according to the prophecies, according to the scriptures, man. You see? And I think that was the last. Yep, that was the last precept that I had queued up. But you know, just even just typing in. Let's type in Holy One of Israel. Oh, Salah. And let's get some precepts here through the Spirit. And these are all through the Spirit, of course. You know, just me saying that. Well, let's go right here. Psalm 71 and 22. I will praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth, O my power. Unto thee will I sing with the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. You see? Psalms 89 and 18. For the Lord is our defense, and the Holy One of Israel is our King. You see? Man. See, let's see. Oh, man. Ooh. These is fire. All of these is fire. I'm going to get two more. And I'm going to close out. This is Isaiah 10 and verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. And who's that remnant, man? The 1/3, the elect, man. You see? And last one I'm going to get, man. Um, okay, right here. Last precept. Isaiah 29:19. And it says, the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel, man. So there's so many more precepts, man, that we can get, man, to show and prove to you other nations, man, that the Lord's not dealing with you other nations, man. He's only dealing with the nation of Israel, man. He's only dealing with the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. And if you're not of that lineage, if you're not of that seed, man, then you're done, man. You're done, man. You're gonna be or slaves in the kingdom, man. You see, as it said, let me get this real quick. Yeah, and this is Isaiah, the 14th chapter, man. Because only Israel is going to be, the kingdom of heaven is for the Israelites only, man. This, here it go right here. This, Isaiah 14:1, and then I'm going to go to 2. And it says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, man. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, the land of Jerusalem. That's our homeland, the land of Jerusalem. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And who's those strangers? The Israelite foreigners, man, whose lineage goes back to Abram, Isaac, and Jacob, but who've been scattered among the other heathen nations, man, that may look upon who may look like the other heathen nations, but lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You see, that's so again, that's what the Gentile is speaking of, and I believe in Romans that the Gentile is speaking of, that, you know, the word Gentile, that's what that goes into, not the whole world, not all the nation. No, man, the Israelite foreigners, they're going to be joined with the rest of the tribes, man. And then it says, and the people shall take them. Take who? These other nations, man. All these other nations, man. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors, because every single one of you nations, man, had a hand in our captivity, man, and have had a hand in our downfall, man. And I believe that's Psalms 83, I believe, Psalms 83, how y'all all joined together and say, let Israel, I roughly paraphrase, let Israel not be a let us make it as if Israel will not be a nation no more, or, you know, something to that effect. You know, Salakia if I butchered that precept. But all you nations had a hand in our downfall, man. So that same judgment will be upon you other nations, man, but even greater. See, because you're going to be under the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven. All you other nations are going to be under Israel forever, man. And you 1948ers, you're going to be done after 1,000 years, man. You're going to be wiped out of existence after 1,000 years, man. So, Lord willing, hopefully this lesson was edifying. All you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians and Hispanics, and you speckled birds, man, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. And yeah, again, I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to hopefully elect. Until next time, shalom.